We all love you, darling.
Love you, darling.
Yeah, everybody loves you.
More than Rob.
Yeah. No, thermonuclear penguin. Thermonuclear penguin. John thinks we're already drunk and says it's tactical nuclear penguin.
It's thermonuclear penguin. I read off the.
We just read it off the thing. So.
And I looked it up before I actually did
They're 100% sure it's thermonuclear.
They do taste different.
Nobody is drinking it except Larry.
Well,
Forget it, they're all drinking. Yeah. I didn't
No
yeah,
one's
just because I'm
drinking yet.
just because I'm still hungover from yesterday. No, I'm just kidding.
Hair to dog.
What is the difference between these two?
Alright, I'll be your old.
So it's got habanero in
I end up picking it up. God damn it.
Oh, well,
She is right. Holy crap, you are right. It is tactical nuclear. It's typed wrong in the thing.
Is she standing in front of it?
Tell that boy to bite me. Yeah, it's pretty strong though.
32 APV.
It's pretty strong. Alright, love ya. Bye bye. Bye, Sugar. Okay, I think we should be rolling right now.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Eating burrito. Right.
Forgot live. YouTube should show my see it.
Didn't see it like the pop-up thing. Yeah,
But
one.
that's because he didn't schedule it. Yeah, live on Facebook. Red 2. We're live on Red 2.
That's in the sub basement.
Alright, I'm calling Ty.
Alright.
I'm right here.
Well, the other Ty.
You're a Tyler.
Yeah, you're Tyler.
So is he
Hey!
technically.
No, he's just a
You can turn off video if you want.
Turn on video.
Yeah, they'll probably reserve some bandwidth. Not that we're real low. The up is bad. We only got about 20, 30 up. I only got 300 technically, but half you guys are on Wi-Fi.
Evidently.
Don't judge me, Tom.
I'm not. No.
Wait,
No judging
Can I
going
hear
on.
ya?
No judging.
can you hear us?
Try lemonade. I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the sound to the right location. Right now, it's going to the wrong speaker.
Okay, need that? I have that. Alright. Has anybody got a, I'm a little low on USB. Yeah.
No, I've proven you can enjoy guns and still be for stricter gun control.
That's absolutely.
And there's the Larry's PSA of the morning.
That's absolutely.
Were you out last night, Ty?
What did I do last night? Yeah, I was. We were having a B movie night with some friends who live about a mile and a half down the road. So yeah, it was. You know, we were out very late, but we had some drinks and watched some really terrible, horrible movies.
That sounds like a freaking awesome evening, thank you.
Yeah.
They are.
Oh man.
We watched Reno 911 while we played.
Hell yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the movie Streets of Fire?
Oh God, yes.
It's kind of
William Dafoe.
a rock and roll thing.
Yes. And William Dafoe is even creepier than usual in that one.
Yeah, he's like 29 years old when they filmed it. It's like, he's like this really super young Willem Dafoe. I'm like, I'm used to you having all the wrinkles and then you don't. And I don't know what to do with this. I can't really brain can't really process this.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't look like Nosferatu.
No, he. And that's a particularly weird movie.
You saw that movie, right?
Nosferatu.
The one with William Dafoe. Was it Shadow something? Basically, to make the movie Nosferatu, the director hires an actual vampire, and the vampire is played by William Dafoe.
Oh no, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. And he keeps eating their food.
Cast.
He
No, and the director knows he's an actual vampire.
It's hilarious.
He wants the realism.
Yeah.
But you can't eat the cameraman. Now I gotta get a new camera. You know how hard that is.
If you want another fantastic B movie, look up the FP. Yes. It is horrible and amazing at the same time. And 15 minutes in, well, at least for me, sparked the question that made you watch the rest of the movie. What about the motherfucking ducks?
Okay.
Alright.
That gets brought up a lot. It is a movie that is supposedly set in some kind of future where gangs fight for territory by playing Beat Revelation, which is effectively DDR. And it is horrible and amazing.
I'm wondering if we should just. I don't know what's up with things.
Well, YouTube's
Oh, did that Netflix one day.
I mean, you don't have the video.
Right, it's just.
Just the
Roll is a roll. Okay. I have no idea what.
well, it's dumb.
Yeah, they are.
That tells me. Something I think. Facebook out every
Back
once
it
in a
up.
while.
Didn't we all just do YouTube?
Oh, just do. Yeah, we just do Facebook.
Oh, just Facebook. Never gonna find it. It's like trying to find a NASCAR race.
He is whining. You're whining, Larry. You're whining.
Someone's got it. Sometimes they complain about the news.
Oh.
There's rumors that we come back.
There are rumors.
Alright, I'll just switch to the one. That's fine. I don't care. I'm gonna do YouTube today and all.
Alright.
You gotta put it all right there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden everything went green. So it's up with NJ service, and I had a problem with my old PC. I did not remember what I had to do. But that's okay, because I can just put it on another box. But I gotta fix that later. So I get rolling. I listen to this on the way to work, because my way to work is 11:30.
not as good as either yours or the grapefruit.
Really? I thought the watermelon was okay.
All right, now we're going.
We're going?
I believe so on YouTube.
YouTube, okay, well, on Facebook, technically.
Oh, yeah, we're good on YouTube.
Yeah, Facebook is going to be down for now. I'll just gen it out later. Because we haven't tried it this way where we direct send it to both. And it's probably
Choking a little bit?
Yeah, it's probably choking it a little bit. So
Yeah, because I'm choking a little bit on YouTube.
should be, because it shows good. So we're hitting full, it might just be your full. Second spot. But I will,
Podcast is the longest.
Alright, you guys about...
Yeah, we're ready, let's do
I'll
this.
see a little skip on it. But not now. Alright, so we'll do it this way.
Fuck it, we'll do it live!
And record this. And two. And one. We're gonna tag. Live from the 6th subfloor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers, it's the Breakfast Club Morning Show!
I need more
Beer mimosas.
God, yes.
Today we've got a special guest who you can't hear because Larry's blaring their music. It's Ty from Lords of the Trident!
Hey!
How's it going, Ty?
stuff.
That's going really well. How you guys doing?
Lead singer of the official G2B heavy metal band.
It's true.
That's me.
We got a picture of Brian on the wall right now.
And I see Larry is wearing his Fuck the Van shirt. Very nice.
That's right. You know what's so funny about it is like when the people walk up and like, I don't even know what the band is, but yeah, fuck the band.
I know that.
Everybody's had that van before. You know, everybody can kind
Everyone
of
has that
viscerally,
band they have
sort
sex
of-
with.
you know, understand that. Even if they haven't had a van, even if it's just been a car, it's like, yeah, man, fuck that van.
That's because vehicles are the worst.
Yeah, they really are. Holy crap. Well, and and again, the problem is with band vehicles, and not just the vans, but band vehicles in general. You put a shitload of tough mileage on them.
Right.
I mean, you can show them as much love as you want. They're still getting abused all the time.
So-
Absolutely.
It's like my first girlfriend. Lots of love, lots of abuse.
Hey-oh.
That
Thanks,
is.
folks. They'll be here all week.
Hey, and don't forget to tip your waiters.
And sometimes they've been sitting around in church parking lots forever.
Right. You guys all heard the story of like the guy that tried to steal the van and why they sold it to me, right? Did I tell you that?
No,
Okay,
you have
so,
not.
So the story of the van, right? So this was when we were first looking into like going, okay, look, we're gonna be touring longer distances. We can't take like 3 cars. We got to like have a band vehicle. So I went on to Craigslist and I was looking. I didn't have a whole lot of money because I was fronting the money for this 100%. So I went on to Craigslist and I was looking around. Finally, I came across this old church van for sale, and I think it was $1,500, and I talked him down to $13. And the story goes that this van sat. They bought this van brand new in 1994 for the sole purpose of picking up like old people and bringing them to church. So they'd have like a ride share service where they'd go around the neighborhood and grab old people and put them in the van and
Just random old
bring them to the
people.
church.
Join our church.
Yeah, come on, you're going.
Exactly, just abduct people. So apparently the service kind of died out after maybe about maybe about 2 years of doing it. So the van, 2 or 3 maybe, the van only had 70,000 miles on it when I bought it. And so what they did after that service died out is they just parked it next to the church, and there it sat up until, I think, when did I buy it? I think 2013, I want to say. So up until 2013, when some meth head goes, I'm gonna steal this van and sell it, and sell it for meth. And so the guy under the cover of darkness, he creeps up to this van in a church parking lot, and of course this guy had seen one too many movies, so he tries to like jimmy open the lock using a flathead screwdriver, just sticking it in there and like jiggling it around, which of course doesn't work. And ends up breaking the lock. And so he's like, well, maybe the lock in the back will be better. And so he goes to the back, suicide doors, the double doors in the back, and he does the same thing. That doesn't work. So finally, he just decides, screw it, and he breaks the window, opens up the door, and crawls in. Then, and now here's where things start to get very interesting. He still watches too many movies. He rips out the panel underneath the steering wheel, not the place where you'd hotwire a vehicle, but like your turn signals. He rips those out, and he starts trying to hotwire the turn signals to get to jump the van to turn it on. And of course that does not work. And you know, needless to say, the van has been sitting for a million years, so the battery's completely dead. So even if he did know how to jump the van, it wouldn't have worked. So he eventually gave up and left. And then the next morning, they found their van broken into, and like, you know, all the locks busted with a screwdriver, and somebody tried to hotwire their turn signals. and they're like, the insurance money we're gonna get for this is way more than if we tried to fix it. So they had a local dude that went to the church fix it up, and by fix it up I mean he rerouted the turn signals to a jerry-rigged switch, like underneath the steering wheel. So whenever we wanted to like turn or actually turn on the windshield wipers, we had to hit these little switches that were like down by our feet.
Awesome.
And so then eventually we slowly started fixing it up. But yeah, that van was doomed from the get-go.
George says he has 2 vans. Full size. Full size and smaller.
Yeah, wow.
Well, and the
So he's a bad man.
You might as well talk about the straw, because you know like how you had it inspected before the last Canadian tour.
God, yeah, the straw that broke the camel's back was the Canada tour for sure. That van broke down more times than I can honestly remember, and I feel like I had Stockholm syndrome about it, where it's like, okay, you know, I've done so much to this van, I put so much work into it, I put so much money into this van, like just one more fix. And you know, I mean, it was a young engine. When I bought it, it had 70,000 miles on it. It was essentially new, so it was like, you know, just one more fix, because we replaced almost everything you could replace in that damn van, and it kept breaking down. And so, you know, I kept saying just one more fix. And so I had it completely inspected. I went through it with a fine-tooth comb with these people before our Canada tour. And then on the Canada tour, it broke down 3 times. And it was one of those things where the things that made it break down, you know, were things that we couldn't easily fix there and then. And so we ended up having to cancel like half the shows on our Canada tour and sort of reroute the tour. And it was just a pain in the butt. So finally I said, okay, enough is enough for selling this, and I'm going to buy something else. So
that was like every car I owned up until 10 years ago. I stopped
Yeah.
doing that. And oil leaks everywhere.
The most valuable lesson to know on that, and you left this out, is if you're pulling a trailer and your car breaks down, you just gotta leave it on the side of the road.
The car or the trailer?
The trailer.
Unless you slip the AAA guy $50 and you just tell him to look the other way, because they have, you know, at least with the giant van that we had, you had to put it on a flatbed, because you couldn't just like, you know, haul the thing. So usually they have a trailer hitch on the back of the flathead, so you just be like, hey, I know you're not supposed to do this, but and you give him $50 and he brings it with him.
That is a well spent $50. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So kids, I'm trying a Zima Mosa
Okay.
this morning.
So-
I saw Zima at the store today.
For those of you, they got it up for summer again. So for those of you who haven't
the summer bump.
seen us do it before, we're doing beer mimosas this morning. And basically, it's just a mimosa made with some kind of a shandy. We normally use the Leinenkugel shandies to do this. I still myself think the pomegranate and the grapefruit make the best beer
I think
mimosas.
the grapefruit makes the best, but
I have to agree with you.
So,
I like the summer shandy.
I think you get already so much sweet out of the orange juice that you just don't need. You need the tart.
to add to it.
Yeah.
I just
Now
like
we're having a
lemons,
serious
okay?
discussion.
Well, yeah, we're talking about alcohol. Of course, we're having a serious discussion.
By the way,
All right.
everybody, fuck that camera. Just
All right.
for the next one. Fuck that camera.
All
It
right.
worked for about 5 minutes during the podcast, and it started chugging. And then I'm like watching. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch! He did it again.
Hey, Ty, maybe you could tell Fang to try beer mosas on his beer corner.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know. I mean, he's a bit of a purist. Maybe I'll slip that in. We'll see what we can do.
And then give Larry shit for drinking Zima.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Not just Zima. Zima with orange juice.
I could probably
Well,
let the
Zima
Facebook
is
people know we're live.
not an overly
Extra
sweet, anyways, and it's kind of got a little bit of that tartness and stuff. So I thought, oh, that might work pretty well.
And
I think it does. All right. You ever had beer mosas before?
I haven't.
nope, not for me.
Give it here.
Not for me, man. Nope.
Well,
have not,
the
so.
shanties work pretty well.
No. I mean, he's already wrong for drinking Zima in the first
I'm
place.
not wrong for drinking Zima.
Yes, he is, Ty. He's very wrong for drinking Zima.
You know what, Larry? I'll forgive you.
All right. Thank
Wow.
If
I'm
loving you
undecided
is
on
wrong.
that. It's
Yeah.
odd, but
I don't wanna be
I
right.
could find myself drinking that if I needed to.
I can say the
I
same
can-
thing
if I
about
needed
rubbing
to.
alcohol.
I can say the same thing about urine, but you don't see me
The
drinking urine.
other thing we're trying this morning is if you're watching, you see we're eating burritos, and we're eating it with various versions of Billy Mitchell hot sauce.
Why, yes, yeah.
So,
So Billy was at MGC this year, shortly after his big controversy. So we are trying some Billy Mitchell hot sauces with our breakfast.
I don't know who the guy is on that King one. I don't know who that guy is.
Necessary for me to drink my own urine? No. It's sterile enough.
I think he's just supposed to be a person.
I don't know. I think it's
No,
an
no.
actual person.
Yeah, I'm
but-
sure it's one of the gang.
But anyways, I think I've decided. I think the jalapeno one's the habanero one's the best.
I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Of the sauces so far.
So if you're gonna buy some Billy Mitchell hot sauce, we recommend the habanero.
Wow, nice product
I
placement
recommend
there.
just the regular
Yeah.
hot sauce. It's pretty.
What?
Oh, I turned around from the camera and I'm wearing the,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
So so the morning zoo is often disjointed and not very focused.
That's because we're not supposed to be focused.
That's right.
We're supposed
That's
to be
right.
drunk.
But we do have a guest. So, Ty, what are you here to talk about?
Oh my gosh! Well, besides being generally hungover and unfocused myself as well,
Yay!
I'm I'm here to talk about how we launched a Kickstarter yesterday morning at 7:30 in the morning, and as of this morning, we are currently at about 41% of our total
Damn.
goal, which is $6,000, which is amazing. So we've raised right now, we've raised $2,564 of our $6,000 goal in about 24 hours.
Claps.
Golf clap, golf clap.
So I'm super excited about that, and I'm just here to spread awareness, spread the word, and let people know that things are happening. But yeah, we've been crazy busy in the last in the last probably 3-4 months or so, and things don't look like they're going to be slowing down anytime soon. So that's a good thing.
Ty, can you
But
shout
yeah.
out the Kickstarter address for people who might be watching right now or are going to catch this?
Absolutely. So I will post it in the chat on the YouTube. But for people that want to, that are just listening or don't get or can't get to the chat, it is bit.ly/LordsKick2018, and the L and the K are capital. So
Right.
capital L Lords, capital K Kick 2018.
Right. There is also a link on our webpage currently right now and on our Twitter feed. So check that out. Watch the video. The video is fucking hilarious.
Thank you,
It is pretty
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that was the best part. And I mean, who knew bees like Chaucer?
Oh yeah, you gotta keep them educated.
I did not know. I mean, for the love of God, the things I learned.
Yeah. That's why most bees are dying, because you don't educate them.
That's right.
I did not.
That's
did
the
not know
problem
that
with the
either.
damn bees.
That's it. We got to start reading them more Chaucers.
That and they're socialists.
Well, that could be too. See, there's
Ah, you
socialism fails.
Tie Bomber liked that one. I just saw that look, yeah.
All right, what am I gonna try here? Another one of these, I think. If there's any of that left in there. We're not drinking enough. Is what my problem is here right now, so I'm working on that.
I have to
Curing that
agree.
problem. I have to go to a wedding this afternoon, so I really need to be drunk.
Oh.
Weddings are the worst.
Well, you gotta look like all somber and stuff for, however long. I'm hoping it's not a Catholic ceremony.
Oh God.
So yeah, so like if you jump on, we're like woo 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 woo. That's wrong.
Oh no, so
Can't Arsenio Hall it?
so one of
Just
my
like you're
Love the
going
old
to a
reference,
funeral.
right?
That's always my recommendation.
one of my buddies was getting married, and he was getting married downtown, and we all kind of we all pranked each other all the time. So we had not even met his bride yet. Okay, so
Mail order.
could have been. So so we all show up at the church, and as a prank, we decided we're gonna have pizzas delivered during the middle of the wedding ceremony.
Topics.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh no, it wasn't. No. We met the bride. Immediately decided, oh, this is a really fucking bad idea. She is gonna kill us
It's
and
just
kill
a
him
thought.
right on the spot. So we literally had to catch the pizza delivered guy. This is pre-cell phone days. We had to catch the pizza delivery guy outside. I left one of our buds right at the church door. When he gets here, just give him the money, grab the pizzas. Do not let him make the delivery. So, she was yeah. Needless to say, they're not married anymore either, so that's all right too.
Oh.
Aww.
We should have let the pizza get delivered. It would have saved the issue. Because trust me, that would have been the end of the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
I went to when I was in high school. I was probably a freshman, and I was dating this girl that was incredibly religious, and her parents were also incredibly religious. They lived way out in the sticks and stuff like that. And so she said, "Hey, my friend's getting married. Do you want to go to the reception with me?" And I'm like, "Sure, and I don't know these people, and and I've just kind of been dating this girl for 4 months or something like that. But we go to this wedding ceremony, and this reception had the best wedding speech I have ever heard in my entire life. That no one got, that absolutely no one who was in attendance understood. And it went like this. So like there was, it was the whole reception thing, and there was people at tables and blah, blah, blah. And the vibe was, okay, this guy is kind of like a standard, like, jockey, kind of like dumb dude, and the girl's kind of this bubbly, like, oh my God, kind of a girl, And they're both really young. They're probably like 18, 19, maybe. They're super young.
She was pregnant.
Yeah. So,
You know it. Shotgun.
So like all of the best man speeches are all like, "Oh man, Shane, you remember when we did those bikes down to the quad? That was super sweet, man. Yeah, let's stay friends forever." And it was a lot of like
Protest.
standard jockey type stuff. But there was this one guy in the wedding bride, the groom, what do you call it? The groomsman, one of the groomsmen.
Yeah.
Right, was an odd man out. Very odd. Like, everybody else was like these jock types, and this guy was like thin and looked really kind of like kept to himself and stuff like that. So then it was time
He
for
was
him.
your D&D player, huh?
Yes, exactly. So then it was time for him to do the speech, and he stood up at the microphone, and I'll never forget this. I will never forget. This is so good. He stood up at the microphone, and he said, he looked down at let's call them, Shane and Nancy. I can't remember what their names were, and he looks, he's like, Shane, Nancy, I just want you to know, and Nancy, I just kind of want to address this to you. I know this might sound sappy, and I know people might give me some flack for this, but I'm a guy who actually believes in true love. I mean, I think that there is somebody out there for everyone. There's a soulmate, that somebody just connects with, and that's the person that they're meant to be with for the entire rest of their life. And you stole him from me, you bitch. And he dropped the mic and he walked out.
Oh my God! Wow! Okay, that is probably the best one I've ever heard.
going on, and he just walked out the door, out the exit door, and the whole place was just like, oh my god, I didn't know Andy was gay. Oh my god, and then 5 minutes later he appears in the back of the auditorium, and walks through the back, and he opens the door and he's like, ta-da, as in haha, I got you all. And literally, no one saw this happen except for me.
Oh no!
And so the whole rest of the time, there was just this awkward stares at this one dude who had professed his love for his best friend on
Should we say
stage during the
something?
wedding. And I will say that when he did that, I immediately got the joke. I immediately knew what he was doing, and I stood up and I was clapping. I'm like, yes, yes, oh. So, oh my god, that was amazing.
That is freaking awesome.
And the rest of the night, everyone was looking at both you and him. What's with these guys?
If you ever get married, Larry, you're so done.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Even Larry knows.
Yeah.
Like every one of us will profess our love for you.
It's just gonna be us causing scenes and commotions.
Interrupting Does anybody object? We do!
These are ours. I feel like that's gonna happen at my wedding.
Last night we were discussing how we're just gonna buy we decided we're just gonna buy a hotel, an old hotel in Arizona, and we're just gonna all move there and live together.
Yeah, we're gonna form our own little commune.
Perfect.
And we're gonna do the podcast from inside of an empty swimming pool.
Oh, see, I like that idea. I didn't hear that part last night. That idea I really
Just
like.
drinking inside
You were
the empty
too
swimming
focused.
pool.
It'll be about the same
Get-
as the
get-
studio.
yeah,
Same
get-
acoustics.
Get all that cool old rusty lawn furniture down in there. Have a little brackish area behind us.
Yeah, we used to have
That's the
some.
urine.
Dreams.
They're in the pool.
We used to have some noise dampening material in here, and then we thought it would look way better if we just.
Yeah, put artwork on the walls.
Oh, screw the sound.
Yeah, who cares?
Like,
Not
yeah.
us.
I'm looking at it. We need something. We need a Lords of the Trident something on that wall. I know it's on
I know.
this wall, but that camera never works.
Yeah, but the problem is Rob can't see it if it's on that wall.
I know. He just looks at Brian.
I know. Longingly
I
the
used to-
entire show.
I used to have it in my
Well.
bedroom. I used to have it in my bedroom above the bed, but Darlene got mad because I kept staring at it while we were. Yeah.
And
While you're
Brent
Rob,
too,
finish
but
setting.
you
What's
can't
that?
see his face. So and Brent too. but
Yeah.
You can't see his face.
Yeah.
And his beard. You see his
Yeah.
beard.
That's all that matters, though.
That's
The
a
glory.
Yeah, that is a glorious beard, man. That is a glorious beard.
How our beards unite.
Yeah, so.
Power bounds unite. That's what I heard.
God.
Mm.
I'm not that surprised by that statement, though.
Yeah, well.
All right, you ready to cover a topic? I'm gonna throw out a topic.
Oh, you throw the topic.
prize wheel.
I've got almost got enough
You spun the
alcohol in
wheel?
it.
Easy.
Apparently we have a spinner now.
Yeah, we do.
I'll put it up back here.
Oh, we should.
Yeah,
we should
say,
show
you
it
just
now.
be
A
like,
topic
Definitely gonna
wheel?
have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
just be
Oh, I
like
like that
Kratos
idea.
and telling me, boy, spin that wheel.
And that's
I
it.
swear to God, I'm gonna put something I built in Minecraft as one of the topics just to screw with you.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I built shit in Minecraft.
You already spun it.
Yeah, I know. I'm showing where it landed. It landed on one, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Topic one, which is good because
Topic one.
I didn't have topic 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you broke it already!
Larry! Just need some glue.
It just needs some glue.
All right, so what is the topic,
Hey,
Rob?
hold on. I'm gonna switch.
I will show that.
You're gonna bring more, aren't you, Larry?
Probably.
There's
Right.
one already correct.
Well, there was a weight of a. Well, it truly is a G2B item.
That's it. Quality
What?
of crust
Falling apart?
I glued like 3 of them and then put it up on, put it in storage.
Yeah.
I always meant to bring it down here.
Tom.
So anyway, I did the topic transition, but of course, Larry holds the transition like he usually does. We're going to
Proper
cover
segue?
What we've been playing. Yeah, I had the proper segue.
All right.
Oh well.
He did actually.
It's what we've been playing.
Oh, this is good because this is good for guests too.
Yes.
All right. Well.
By the way, we'll mention before we get into that that today is Hat Day, so we're all wearing one of our favorite
True
hats.
story.
Oh yeah, so it's
So-
Hat Day today.
This is probably my
So-
only hat.
Yeah. Well.
Ty, you wearing a
Did
favorite
you want
hat?
another hat?
I am unfortunately not wearing a favorite hat. I'm not really a hat guy, to be perfectly honest. I have a few, but you know,
There.
I just have never looked good in hats. At least I have been told. I've been told that this head is not a hat head.
Maybe more of a
Put a hat on
helmet.
so it goes.
Really more of a helmet.
Helmet head.
Exactly, I'm more of a helmet.
Kind of bizarre, but.
All right.
I'm
so,
a helmet head.
Who wants,
Helmet head. Dark helmet.
who wants to start this out?
Well, let's go with Tom.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about what we were playing last weekend.
Oh, you're going board game.
He didn't say it had to be a video game.
No, there's
okay.
no rule there. It's
He
what
said
we're
what
playing.
we've been playing. I've been playing Draxia.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy this. So
The Legends of Duraxia.
Larry picked this up at Gamehole 2 years ago.
Yep.
We had the developers on the show. At the time, the game was this was the first run of the game,
Yeah.
so it came in this like little card box. But the gameplay was really good.
Well, I don't know. I didn't play it.
Right. Well, here's.
I bought it.
But we had talked. We interviewed them and so on. And we talked about it. Larry bought the game, but it sounded like a cool idea for a game. So Larry went ahead and picked up a copy of it. Well, now we probably played it once at the actual.
Yeah, we played it once at the actual.
Right.
And one of the problems was the game came in the teeniest of box.
It was a card box.
And the instructions were on a card, and I never felt like getting my reading glasses out to read it.
Yeah.
So, but last year, and this was really cool of them, they had a lot of success with their game, so good on them,
yeah.
I'm excited for them for that. And they were able to upgrade their box, so all new copies, the second edition, came in a much larger box.
A really nice box, actually.
Yeah, a nice box, and it also came with a nice rule booklet, like one with,
That you could read.
yeah, that my grandma can read.
Yeah.
And so that's good, So I'm like, all right. So then I read the instructions. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this a try. So a couple buddies came over. We played it, and I finally learned how to play it. I'm like, that's great. So then I introduced it to you guys.
Yeah, and again, I've got to say the gameplay is really well. It's a resource management game with a fantasy bent.
Haven't they been on the show?
Yeah, they were. They were.
Twice.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Twice. And they didn't follow it up with a different game. I mean, they did improve the box design and the rules and everything.
Right. Some of the artwork is
But-
better.
But what he did do as a follow-up to it is he wrote a novelette about that world.
That's kind of a cool
So
idea.
you were kind of inspired or wanted to think about like the characters at all or something like that. He wrote a little novelette.
Right. And may we mention a lot of the characters, it's all hips. God, his artist has got a thing for hips. But the game itself is pretty straightforward. You choose a character in the beginning, and when I say a choose, it's a random choose. That character will have some kind of trait that plays well to the resource collection. So you're trying to collect up things, like land or what's that? Or gold or something like that. But you'll have some kind of a win condition that will help you. It's basically you get victory points if you collect things that fit your character. There is a simple monster combat
Right. For
system in
example,
it.
your character might be a bloodthirsty monster that wants to just kill everything it sees.
Right, in which case you draw from the
Or-
monster deck as often as possible and kill
Or
things.
someone who just wants to sing songs in the church, so you
Right.
want
You-
as many cathedrals as
right, you buy
possible.
cathedrals because you love the acoustics.
Played that game Nexus one year, and I got the a bloodthirsty person, and they're like, clearly you have the bloodthirsty person. I went, why do you say that? Every chance you get, you're killing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does become a little obvious, even though they're hidden to other players.
Right, but you
It starts
can
to
kind
become
of guess what.
Wait, you bought another cathedral?
Yeah. Guess what your win condition is, or what your victory enhancer is. But the
and
game
you figured out early that you like
blocked them.
right.
So there is something, and that's something else I like about the game. It plays anywhere from 2 to 6 players. 4 is kind of optimal, but the game played very well. It's not, the learning curve's not overly steep. First round you'll stumble through it. By the second, third round you're working out decent strategies to go with your character. I mean, there's enough repeatability. There's enough variability in it because you're working off index cards that it doesn't get too stale, if you will. So overall, I gotta say, a nice game. I have not ordered my copy yet, but I'm ordering a copy with the really cool
Playmat.
I
I recommend the playmat.
Yeah.
You know, and at first I sort of poo-pooed the idea of playmats. I'm like, it's a card game. I don't really need that, you know. And you the layouts, you know, in the instructions, so you don't really need that. But it just sort of, I don't know. It really does bind things together nicely. Kind of like how you know, having a carpet pulls the room together. You know, it's,
you know,
Does the playmat have actually like
gotta make sure the
marked
carpet
off
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
for
does.
sure.
Then I definitely say go with the playmat. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have to agree now too. I'm with Larry. When I first saw all these people coming out with playmats, like, but no, having the marked off areas makes setup all that
It
easier.
makes setup easy. Makes it
Yeah.
easy to instruct new people.
Yeah.
You know, you can just say, oh, it's there. They're there. You know, and yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely helps. It definitely helps. So again,
This segment brought to you from Playmats of America.
yeah.
Oh.
Now, so the game again is Legends of Draxi. It's by who's it by again? Mythica Games.
Oh,
Wow, are
and
you prepared?
The guy that designed this is he's blind.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Not
Okay,
blind.
he
He can
told-
see. Can see. He's legally blind.
Okay,
He has
right,
he
he's
has
legally
peripheral
blind.
vision and limited
Center
central
vision.
vision.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
we were funny because again we had him on the show again this year. It was one of the things.
So when he talks to you, a lot of times he talks to you on the side.
Oh
Kinda
no,
like
he
that.
just stared
Give
straight
me
at
the
me.
side.
Well, yeah, he just wasn't bothered at that point.
So
But-
therefore, I asked him, "Are you blind?" And he went, "Technically."
yeah, technically he is blind.
Yeah, but he can see some. you
Yeah,
know,
okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that fact.
No, we had a couple of great interviews with him.
Right,
He's
right.
also a really good interview, so we've had fun with him on the show. So again, if you're looking for a good game, again, I think easy again to introduce people to fantasy gaming. This is another one of these ones
Well, and
where you can get non-fantasy gamers to play a fantasy game.
now Denise really enjoys that game, and she does not enjoy many games.
Yeah,
She,
and that says a lot right there.
Yeah, I mean, she picked it up, and yeah, she enjoys it quite a bit. I mean, the thing about it is, and some people may not enjoy this, there's not a lot of direct combat or conflict.
Well, yeah, there's no.
It's more like a race.
Right, yeah, there's no
You know?
conflict between the players per se.
Yeah.
You said,
I mean, you could try to figure out how to block something.
And then
up.
screw
I'm
'em.
gonna pick one of those
well,
up. You know?
and a classic
But-
example, the last game we played,
Yeah.
Susie was buying like all the farms and all the mines because she was going to own them all. And eventually you go, shit, there's no more. And if you waited to buy, you weren't getting much
Yeah.
by way of resources. So you do have to kind of think that out. People can screw the other players by
Yeah,
buying
but-
all of one resource.
But it's all indirect. You know?
Yeah,
It's
and
not
there's workarounds because you
Yeah.
can substitute things for
Right.
resources.
Reach arounds?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So that's
I knew
mine,
that was
Rob.
coming.
Okay, I kind of went down the rabbit hole on that. Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's all right, man. That was a good one. A good rabbit hole.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go next?
Go,
Don't all
Pecos.
jump at once.
I have been playing on my PS4 Monster Hunter World.
Ooh.
Enjoying that, trying to build up my stuff to have the ultimate defensive armor. But then at work, because
Because at work.
I have been playing Front Mission 3, which is a tactics mech fighting game, or Windsor fighting game, because it takes place in Japan. Well, it's an old game that came out on, I think, the PS1? Maybe the PS2? It's on their old game market, so I got it for $7.
A reskin or anything, or just straight
Just
port?
Straight port. The only one that I have that is a reskin is the Final Fantasy VII, where they give you the option of,
Playing in either mode.
hey, do you want to do it with the fleshed out graphics, or do you want to do it with the original blocky graphics? I say the blocky graphics are the way it's at. But otherwise, playing that and playing Xenogears occasionally.
You know,
Which I have no clue how to describe that game.
it's funny you say about the blocky graphics. So, I thought, so when the Wii came out, there was, they had some different games, and almost all of the back games that they created updated graphics for. The underneath controls and all that were exactly the same, but just the sprites on them were different. They were updated. They were smoother. And I thought, so I love Tecmo Bowl, and I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna play the regular graphics, and then I'm like, the updated graphics. I never went back to the block graphics.
Well, with Final Fantasy VII, I just feel that if I'm playing the game, that the reason I bought the game is not just to play it, but also to, just enjoy that part of, my younger childhood when I played it. So,
It was me.
I'm going to play with the older graphics to be like,
thought I was
yeah,
gonna look
back
up the
in
outdoor
that
camera.
time.
Oh.
Well, that was one of the first games done in the polygon.
that would be
Oh,
clever.
yeah.
So it was kind of the cutting edge. So if you want to go, oh yeah, this is the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
All right. Tyler, you're
It's
next.
so quiet.
We're not drunk enough
When
is
we-
what the problem is.
When we do something the night before, it is probably not best to do
All right,
the breakfast
well,
club
We
morning.
were drinking a lot last night.
It was
I've,
really.
not been playing much because I've been recovering.
He's a recovering alcoholic. No, he's not.
You're recovering sober.
alcoholics go to meetings.
That's true.
I did play a lot of drinking over the weekend while camping. Wake up at 7 in the morning, drink, keep drinking until about 2 a.m. and then wake up at 7 again.
It's a long haul.
And but since I've been sick and kind of been pretty out of commission for the past several days, I've been playing Hearthstone, since it's a game I really don't need to pay that much attention to, and I can just lay down on the couch and just slide my finger and then I'm done.
It's a card game, right?
Oh, yeah. I got it on
Computer-based
my
card
phone.
game. So I've been playing that. I'm like the worst Hearthstone player you'll meet because I do no customizations on my deck. I don't do any planning. I go, just give me the default shit. Let's go. So I'm literally the worst player, but it's still fun.
Now, let's get this game going for the little guy, right? There's Pepsi. Sweet.
What are we getting going?
Beer. I'm getting beer going.
Oh.
But I
It's-
did buy
it's
a
mostly-
Monster
it's
Hunter,
too
and
sweet
I
for
need
me
to start
now.
playing that. So
Yeah, I bought the comic-y one. I'm trying to remember the name of it on the 3DS. I haven't played it yet though. I played the demo and it was pretty good. I cannot remember the name of it.
On your
Monster
wheel is one of the topics your gaming to-do list.
I'll add it to it. We'll make a list. We'll make a list that we can
The
post up
game
so
I'm going to
people know what we're
play.
doing. I got plans. Don't worry about it. I'll soup it up a bit. Of course, I bought that probably about a year ago to put it on the show and just brought it down yesterday.
and Larry
Man, way on top of things. Hey, it came pre-broke.
There's 3 of them that are loose. I fixed one of the 3.
just spin it again.
Ah,
Let's see
yeah,
something
I
else
guess.
I can
breaks.
figure it out.
I'll find the other ones. Okay. All right.
All right, how about you, Larry?
Well, I've been waiting for it. It's been a Kickstart for a really long time. A really, really long time. Unlike when you do a Kickstart
With the Lords of
the
Trident.
You get that campaign over and it's like a month or two and you're
And you
already
got your
seeing-
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's how we
Coming
roll
out
regardless.
Yeah. But I think I've been waiting for BattleTech here for 2 years. And
You ass. I was doing that one.
yeah, I know. That's why I had to jump before you. And so we've talked about it a million times. We've all played Mech Warrior, the Amiga Mech Warrior. We love the Amiga Mech Warrior, and there's been a few attempts. I think probably Steel Titans. I think was probably the most serious attempt to sort of
It does.
recreate that experience in that, but and nothing really came close. Well, the BattleTech that was done, it was a Kickstart, and you know they blew away their Kickstart, you know, and it's like much like the Lords will do, and we'll get those red vinyl records printed
God, I
out.
hope so, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
fucking cool.
And so, you know, the what they were going to deliver was a graphically beautiful version of MechWarrior, and they did. It plays really well. The word on the street is the guy who created the one of the things that was always impressive about MechWarrior, and we've talked about it before, is that the AI of the computer opponents are brilliant. They're tactically correct almost every time, right? And that the guy who created it was a guy who like was in the military and like
did simulations.
He did military simulations. They enlisted him again.
Yeah, it will tear you up if you're not careful.
He is part of the background of this.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
That was nice to give a shout. Did they give a shout out to him, or did he work on it?
Yeah, that's what I read it. That he was the guy that worked on the other game, and
Right.
he worked on this one.
Oh, they bought him on this.
And you can tell. Expect to lose.
It will tear you up
Yeah.
if you're not careful. I kind of knew going in because I
Yeah.
read that, so I was really
So
cautious.
yeah,
the
so
entire
I
time,
didn't dream that. You read that too. Well,
Yeah,
good.
it's pretty.
That's cool.
I
they
read
brought
that
him
too,
on.
and I thought,
Oh,
I'm
this means the guy they're gonna
The
they're
mechs
gonna,
are good.
They're gonna do things like draw you in and then get around behind you and shoot you in the back.
Yep.
And then,
Yeah, they are assholes. Although I did have one case where I was able to take a light mech.
Yeah.
Although I think he was just targeting my other one that was up
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But it was I had a heavy mech up in front of him on a hill, and he fired at that instead of firing at the mech that was shooting him in the back. But it might have been just because he couldn't turn fast enough to hit it. Because you can do that again, which I love.
Right,
yeah.
Because that's realistic. They try and take that crap out of the games to make it more balanced. But the
Yeah.
reality is that it's not balanced. You need a support mech if you're a large mech. You need a support group.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
Yeah, you need
the
an
small
archer or
mechs will
something.
sneak behind you
Yeah,
and rip
yeah.
you up.
Rip you up.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I was able to do. The same thing that I used on the Amiga.
but
I
if
was
you're
like,
an Atlas and you're walking in and you got an archer on the hill, it's
Oh.
just gonna rain it
Exactly.
down.
He'll just he'll just.
And I also had the horrible small mech. I'm rushing you and got the one-hit kill.
Oh.
I had my mini mech running up there. I'm like, screw it, I can make it in 2 rounds.
And
And start hitting the back. Oh yeah,
Took your heads right off or
targeted
something.
hit.
Yeah.
Bam, down. Yeah, you can targeting.
Yeah, you can do called shots.
Yeah.
You can, you know, if you have the right, like, basically it's like, you know, the conditions are right, your piloting skills low enough, all that same
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
that made the original one beautiful. It's all in this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, what's that called?
BattleTech. BattleTech.
You can play it on your Mac.
Dice, games, and beer.
My late model Mac really runs it kind of chunky, so I wouldn't recommend
It's still
it.
running 40 right now.
So, it's
Larry?
you know what? I don't care. It is if you paid 60 for any game in the last year, paying 40 for that is it's
okay.
deep.
Yeah.
It is a deep game.
Well, and that's, I mean, I'd gotten in it. I mean, if you backed it, like, and this was really impressive. I mean, like, I paid 30 for the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, in the backing. So, you know, so they did give you a cut on the
Right.
backing, you know, so that was kind of nice. And they gave you some, you know, pictures and stuff like that for, like, you know, that was pretty good. But even if I had to spend 50, 60, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's a really good game.
It certainly does look good.
Yeah, they did a very nice job. And maybe the fact that I think I backed that in 16. I want to say that's about
Wow.
right.
It had
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah,
So,
I backed
yeah.
it a while ago too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a couple years. I
Forever.
kept wondering if it was going to be like a never deliver. You know, I was like, oh, they kept talking about, they were doing updates and stuff like that. And I'm like, you know, and they kept talking about, oh, we're doing beta and beta this and beta that, which I didn't buy the early adopting level, you know, to be able to play it. So I probably could have started, if I'd have paid, I probably could have been playing it in 17. Right, you know, but they really wanted to make sure it was polished when it finally came out.
Speaking of which, this game will be at Mech Day.
Yes.
We are having this one at Mech Day too, so.
Hey, Ty, are you coming then, or are you in Canada?
When is that?
21st of July, I think.
July I should be around. Yeah.
Sweet.
Come
It's
on
June
down.
that I'm in. It's this month that we're in Canada.
All right, so you should come on down.
All right, I'm gonna put it in my calendar. Oh no, I'm on the metal brocation. Oh, I'm gonna be out of town. Butts.
All right.
Well,
We're gonna be.
at least
I'll
you've
be
been
there in
playing with
spirit. I'll
metal.
be there in spirit.
That's right.
You know, big Max thinks we think of metal.
That's right.
So
Hey, there is nothing better than putting them on your playlist when you're in your mech.
there you go.
Have the trident blaring in the background as you charge into battle. Come on, it's perfect for that.
Best charge in the battle. All right, best charge in the battle. Lords of the Trident
Trident song.
Oh man, you asking me? Like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
I would probably have to say I would probably have to say it's going to be the one off of the new album. It's called Death Dealer.
Ooh.
I think either that one or probably Kill to Die is a good one too for charging.
All right.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just gets right after it. No build up, huh?
Oh yeah, it just goes smack dab right in there.
That's what you need. All right, Rob. So we know your game too, but go ahead. Tell us why you.
He's got nothing. He's
No, I
got
got
nothing.
something. I'm all
He's
right.
got nothing.
I'm all right. I just I got my first Switch review, Nintendo Switch thing in for review, and it's a weird one. It's called Bomb Slinger.
Oh, you were talking about
Yeah,
that. I like this.
yeah, I was
like
talking about it. It's
yeah.
pretty neat. It is a Bomberman. Wait, it's a Bomberman-like roguelite.
Roguelite or roguelike?
Roguelite. God damn it! I'm done. No. Let's not get on this. We're not doing this again. We're not talking about this. I'm gonna have like an episode. We already did an episode about roguelike and roguelite and rogue. But how about people
Bomberlike?
most people that use roguelite are douches. The term roguelite are douches. I'll just say that, but I don't object to the term, I just object to how it's used. But anyway, we're not gonna get into it. Wait, you wanna hear some more? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, so yeah, basically
Wait,
it's
what's a rogue?
shut up. So basically it's damn it.
Again, I always prefer my match.
TIE Fighter!
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, it's a lot like Bomberman, but it's a Western game. So you're basically a guy who had his family killed by some bad guys, and you are on a quest for revenge. So instead of getting like a sword or something, you're literally on a quest to go kill the guy who killed your family. So it's kind of dark in that way, but it's not done in a dark format. And yes, you do have
Are you
bombs,
from
and you
DC?
play it. Yeah, and you play. And you play it.
Universe.
And you play it. You play it just like Bomberman, except it's got like way more power-ups, and the power-ups can change your stats. So, like, instead of dying immediately when you get blown up, you've got hit points, and you've got kind of like a magic point system too. You don't really have magic. You got like guns and things like shotguns and handguns, and you can, if you got enough bullets, you can go shoot them instead of having to deal with trying to bomb them. And they're pretty smart, so it makes it so you
They're
probably
smart
do have to
bombs?
mix it up. There are some you can do, like many of the things you can do with Bomberman. You can get multiple bombs and land them out if you really like. But the graphics are really...
I would like.
Yeah, the graphics are 16-bit classic, kind of on a, a 2D, 3D type of plane. Get that off. Look, they really look nice. The gameplay is really pretty tight. I like it. It's pretty solid. And it's only available, apparently, on the Switch right now. I wish it was
Switch exclusive.
available on a
huh?
few. Yeah, I wish it was available on a few
Well,
platforms, to be
it
honest.
sounds like $400 worth of fun to me.
I was dealing right.
I don't think the game costs
I was
$400.
dealing right
I
with myself
mean,
with
But
Switch.
if you don't have a Switch,
go buy. Yeah, you're gonna have to go spend $400. I'm sorry, 300 or whatever it is.
well, 300 plus the game and some.
Pretty sure the game's like.
additives.
I think the game's like $20.
Oh, okay, so 320.
Too much, too far.
Sounds like
That's $20. That did it. Whew. So how about you, Ty?
Oh, geez, I've been I haven't been playing a lot lately just because I've been so busy. We've been working on we got 6 music videos coming out for the new album, so I've got 2 done and I've been working on the rest. But I guess recently a couple I've been playing. I finished Far Cry 5, which I really love. I've been playing the Far Cries ever since Far Cry 1. And of course, I think everybody thinks, and myself included in this, that Far Cry 3 was like one of the masterpieces of the genre, kind of a thing. And I think Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5 have been also really, really pretty decent. And I really like this last one. I don't know, just something about like going around in the in Montana and like shooting up crazy religious cultists. Just I don't know, just kind of spoke to me. so I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah, finished it up. Had kind of a dark ending. I won't go into spoilers, but it was a sort of a dark ending, which I thought was very interesting. A lot of these open world kind of games, once you're done, it's like, oh, well, you're done. Let's go finish all the rest of the little, things that you missed on your first playthrough before the ending. And this one definitely does not have that. So, like, you need to finish everything that you want to finish before the end of this game, because you're not coming back. Yeah. Let's see. Other than that,
do you ever? So I've ran into that with a few games where they say, oh, you can re-explore or whatever, and after I've completed it, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I'm so not inspired to like go back and do those.
I'm the same way. I'm really a story focused sort of gamer. I've always been. I've always been the type to want to immerse myself into the world and into the story, which is why I never got into MMORPGs. Just because like when I'm like a knight storming a castle, online helping with my brethren, I don't want somebody to come up and be, like Panty Raider 69 and be like, you want to buy some gold? It's like, no.
I know, right?
Don't, you're taking me out of the world, dude. Stop. So.
That's exactly what made me stop playing them online.
Yeah.
That was exactly, people just constantly selling crap to you. It's like, it's like going, you know why I don't go to the mall?
I'm kind of doing
Anymore.
something over here.
You know why I haven't gone to the mall since the 90s? Yeah, because of that. Kiosks. I don't want a human kiosk walking around.
Want to look at these helicopters?
Other than that, I'd say like a couple other ones that I've been kind of here and there on recently in terms of playing. I've been playing Breath of the Wild, although that's more like Heidi's jam. Speaking of Switch games, I've been playing Breath of the Wild a little here and there. Heidi's been going like gangbusters on it. She's trying to find all of the hidden things like throughout the entire map, which is like crazy. But she loves it, so that's cool. And for stuff that I've been playing, directly, I think I've been playing Coffee Crisis, which is a game that we are going to be in actually. So it's kind of like a old retro side-scrolling beat 'em up, and the preface of the game is that like you're a couple baristas and these aliens come down and they essentially steal these magical coffees and take coffee away from humankind, and then you have to go beat them up to bring it back. And it's a very like heavy metal and coffee themed game, and we're gonna be one of the songs off the new album, as well as our likenesses in pixel form, are gonna be in the game. And I've already seen some sprites, and it looks pretty sweet, actually.
So that'll be some downloadable content?
Yeah, well, I think it's... So the game was released initially, I think maybe about a year ago, for Sega Genesis. They actually made like a cartridge for Sega Genesis. And now they're remaking it into kind of like an HD version, which is going to be on PC and I think PS4.
Well,
and yeah, there's going to be like downloadable content. So we're going to be appearing in it, and the bands Terrorizer and Nile are also going to be in it. And I just convinced them to also add Psycho Stick into the mix. So Psycho Stick's going to be in that game too.
Is that the taco scene?
I don't know.
So so those of you that want to listen to us interview the creators of Coffee Crisis, go back about what, 3-4 episodes?
No, yeah, but no, we had them on before that when it was just on the Genesis.
Yeah, well, we did them recently when
But
they
we've
had
got
the PC
we've got the
release.
current version.
Right.
Because the current version is out, so that's why I'm thinking that you're going to be in like a downloadable content.
Right,
You're a DCL.
right.
Yes.
I'll download me some time.
There's some gameplay in there too. Put some gameplay in
Yeah.
that episode too. I think.
So I've been playing that. Also a couple other ones that I've been kind of doing here and there. There's this game called Darkwood. I don't know. Have you guys tried the game Darkwood at all?
No.
No, but the
It's-
name is hilarious.
Yeah, it's like a top-down.
Sounds wrong.
It's like a top-down like spooky game where you have like a cone of sight kind of a thing, so you can move around with the mouse and like where your cone of sight is, that's where you can see things, and so it's this kind of like spooky, almost kind of post-apocalyptic survival game, and it is really 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 challenging, and it does not hold your hand at all, and it's really hard.
Oh, now I'm looking it up.
So it's been really fun. I've only played about 4 hours of it, but it's spooky and hard, and I like it. I'm a big spooky game kind of guy. So, and then of course my go-to game for just like killing time or whenever I need to just de-stress is I play Binding of Isaac. I've probably got like 700 hours into Binding of Isaac.
I was wondering if you were
Yeah.
still jumping on that.
Oh yeah, that's my go-to game for just like, I got 15 minutes to kill. Okay, gonna play some Binding of Isaac. And the funny thing is, even with 700 hours into this game, I am still unlocking things. Like, I'm still getting new power-ups and new things in this game. It's crazy. So I play the crap out of that game. I love that game.
That's funny. I got that on like 4 platforms now.
Yeah.
It's one of my go-to games too. I like that a lot. It is a dual stick shooter roguelike, which is totally my thing.
Yep.
That's my
Yeah.
jam right
Yeah,
there.
that is your jam.
Gimme up.
All right.
So now I'm gonna have to buy Darkwood. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I'll hit him up for a review copy. Suckers. I'll do a review. I mean, I always do the review.
I am way too tired this
I
morning.
do have a rule. I pretty much
It's
only
right-
play what I think I'm gonna like.
Right, it's
Yeah.
like when
Long
you call out, everyone send you $1 and I'll pray
Yeah.
for you,
Stops.
and they send
Right.
you $1. I mean, I did the prayer, so it's fine. It's completely legal.
Give you a 5-second plug on the podcast.
That's right.
Guys.
We got you covered.
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna start preaching that prosperity gospel.
True story. Way to do that one, Tyler.
Do what?
That was
Oh
you,
man, I got a Kickstarter update. Somebody just bought the second pair of our chainmail glasses, the Jiva glasses. And now that prize level is all gone. So no more Jiva glasses.
I do have some amazing prize levels. You do have some amazing prize levels. I like the ketchup pack.
The what?
The ketchup. I call it the ketchup pack. Like, wow, I just discovered this amazing band, and I'd like to get everything they have in one foul swoop.
Oh, I thought you were like Heinz ketchup.
I was the same way.
No. You're gonna catch up with everything. You just get
I
all
see,
the
I
albums.
see.
I feel better now.
Right.
Yeah,
That's been
that's-
explained to me.
I didn't think I was selling ketchup packets on Kickstarter, but,
But
never know,
you weren't
know.
quite sure,
I
were
got
you?
drunk last night and throwing that up on there. Yeah, I'll give you
Hey.
ketchup packets and I found it at Wendy's.
That armor's gotta come with blood on it.
$100.
That armor's gotta come with blood on it somehow.
Oh man.
No, I just thought that was like, oh yeah, like you wanted to just like catch up with everything the band's been doing, because
Right.
you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I missed these guys.
Right, now I gotta go out and try to find all their albums.
Yeah.
So it does make it easier.
Oh well.
Yep.
I back the armor level where you get some armor.
Yes. And
That's
we
an excellent
will
level.
make it, personalize it for you. Also, I just last night, really late last night, I got a picture of so we're making these bronze amulets for people that pledge at the $250 level or more, and we're also going to be making these. I'm making these for the guys as well, so we're all going to like have matching amulets for like on stage made out of bronze. I just got the I just got a photo of like an early cast of the amulets, and it looks amazing. I'm gonna send it to Larry right now, and Larry, you can share it around to the guys here, or maybe I'll post it in the Skype. I don't know what's better. I'll do both, so you guys can take a look at it. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. Okay, it's been sent to Larry, and now I'm sending it to you guys. This cast that I'm sending to you guys, they cast it in pewter just to kind of test it.
Utah.
And they're gonna cast it in bronze.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fancy.
Like crud.
So my pewter story is that there was at the Renaissance Fair they do lots of pewter stuff, right? Lots of beautiful pewter work, much like we're seeing here.
Pewter's a
And
word.
and there was a guy who ran the store or owned the store called Lord Grayson, and he would play you a game of chess, and if you beat him, he would give you a piece of his pewter, right? And so I'm playing him, and I'm just drinking, and I'm playing, and I'm drinking, and I really have him on the ropes. But I'm not really paying attention because,
I'm drinking.
Yeah, and I actually sent people for beer while I was playing, like, I need more beer. And so he ended up doing the 3 moves same time.
Uh-huh.
So it tied it, and he walked away going, "Oh, man, you had me." And I was like, so he was 15-0 and 1 tie that day. And so he gave me 50% off any piece in the place.
Well, that was nice.
Nice.
So you bought the most expensive piece to screw him over.
I think he'd be totally fine with that. I think he probably still made a profit. That's my pewter story.
Well, that was an interesting pewter story, Larry.
Pewter Stories with Larry. Welcome to the Pewter Podcast.
Yes,
Really more of a phone with flags guy.
Yeah, you are.
I have a lot
We
of
have a pirate
flags.
flag up now
Yeah, we are sporting it today.
for the G2B tower.
Not the flag, though. But you can get the flag as part of the Kickstarter.
Yep. We've actually got two types of Metal Sea flags. We've got a small Metal Sea flag, which is going to be 12 by 18. And then if you really want the Larry-sized flag, if you want to be completely official,
You want to be that guy at the show.
you want to be the guy at the show, we're printing out some ginormous 4 foot by 6 foot Metal Sea flags. These are like regulation flag size. So
Wait,
you
mine's
can.
only 3 by 5.
Well,
Larry,
I mean, we
It's
do
not
have
about
to
the
get-
size, Larry. It's about the skill of the user.
It's about how you wave it, Larry.
So Larry is very sloppy.
Will the little ones be on a stick?
Yeah. We're doing the other ones. They're all going to be made out of not vinyl, but it's like the good material, the good kind of flag material. So it's not just like a crappy printed flag on some paper or whatever. It's actual like decent flag material that's going to hold up. And yeah, you can hold those on. There's going to be on sticks. And in terms of the big flag, though, I think I'm just going to ship those like normal because you could add your own pole essentially.
Yeah, they'll be flat pack.
They'll be flat packed. Yeah.
Fanny pack? What? Oh, hey, you know what my wife learned while in England? I can't believe this came up.
Yeah.
Fanny means the opposite
Yes.
orifice
In
in
English.
England. So
Yep.
do not ask for a fanny pack because you could get your fanny packed. Wow.
There you go.
I'm glad that never came up before on the show.
I don't know why we haven't done fanny packs yet, right? We should do that. We should get some
Lords of
Lords of
Tried
Tried
and
Lords of
Fanny
Fanny
Packs.
And just sell them in England.
I think they kind of fell out of vogue, right around 2000, didn't
I'm
they?
pretty sure they were never.
No, they were in for a while. Even
I
the
will tell
even
you,
the
I
cool
have,
kids
I
had
have
them.
great memories of my fake leather Aladdin's Castle fanny pack that you got if you bought the high-end birthday
Leather.
package. If you bought like the biggest birthday package they offer, then they gave you like the fake leather with like 3 or 4 different zip-up pouches on it. You know, it had zippers for days. This fanny pack.
So you can keep your coins.
Yeah, exactly.
And your tickets.
Well, you could separate out your coins. You could do money in one, coins in the other, tokens in one. It was crazy.
That seems very reasonable to me.
I wonder whatever happened to that. I've been looking for that fanny pack for years, and I think my parents just threw it out.
Oh man.
They didn't invite you over one day, like this happened to me. Finally, I'm like in my 30s or something. Parents invited me over, and it was like, all right, you see that box over there? It was like this big box in the garage. It's all your crap that's been in the attic forever. Throw it away or take it with you. I don't care, but it's got to go.
Nice.
I'm like, fair enough. I'm in my own place at this point, so
They got a point.
right? Why am I keeping this stuff? It's your stuff. You don't want. And then you know what was in there? One of the things that was in there was still beautiful to look at. Space 1999 spaceship.
Yeah.
That is
still beautiful to
a
look
great
at.
thing. I had the toy. I had the toy one. It was
Yeah, it
so
was like
beautiful.
2 feet
You could
long.
detach the front and
Yeah.
attach to the back. It was kind of the human centipede of spacecraft. You could dock it with itself.
And a metalpede.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up human centipede. Tom, was it at the old place?
It was
One
at the
night
old
Tom
place.
came over and we were drinking, and I made him watch Human Centipede and the third one, right? Because that was
Yeah.
like the.
Yeah.
It wasn't. None of them were really good.
It was
but,
the one in the prison.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He was not happy with that film.
Yeah, there are certain B-grade movies you don't need to make.
I loved the first one.
Remember Suicide Club?
it was
the
messed
Japanese
up.
movie?
Oh yeah. That was another one of those. Wow.
The best part was the mom in the night. Something's wrong with mommy, daddy.
Oh God.
So Breakfast Club is basically the show I use whenever we can't show up one week, and I stuff pieces of it. I cut it up into little tiny pieces.
And then stitch them together,
Like?
ass to mouth.
Yes, thank you.
That's pretty much our show.
Yes. Speaking of, those of you waiting for the current episode of Guys, Games, and Beer to show up on iTunes, it'll be up today. This afternoon. It's a little late. It's on YouTube though, so you can catch it on YouTube. I didn't post it
Is it
yesterday.
raining on or not?
And it's always on Facebook, so what does it matter?
Take a look.
So Ty, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
After this Kickstart, is a super successful Kickstart, and you guys become world famous metal travelers, and you have a concert, and someone takes ill in your show, do you cancel it?
Somebody in the band?
No, someone in the audience.
I mean, how would
A
I
la
know?
Ghost.
I mean, assuming that in this scenario we're a giant touring band and we're playing for a crowd of like 1,000, maybe 4,000, 5,000. Like, how would I know somebody became ill in my audience?
Well, the security informs you.
Do they?
But
I'm
like,
gonna
and
assume
I guess,
that's good.
I guess
You know
that
this
also
happened,
begs the
right?
question, like,
You
how
know
many
what I'm
are we
talking about, right?
I don't.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, that's the exact situation that happened at the Riverside when Ghost was playing, and someone in the mosh pit took ill, and they did later pass away, and
Became a
so
ghost
the
themselves?
Ghost canceled the show.
Like during the show?
I think it was an intermission. So like the opening band had done its thing, and then I'm not sure if there was an opening band or if there was but it was kind of during intermission. So I don't think the concert goers got any Ghost.
Huh. Well, so,
Yeah.
that's an interesting thing. I think the thing to do in that kind of a situation is to address the situation, like to the audience, and depending on the situation, it might warrant like shutting down the show. But I something like that, I really don't think so. I mean, I guess okay, what would warrant shutting down the show?
So the person,
so
the person received help. So I mean, there might have been a delay, and maybe even you could have done
Yeah.
a 2-hour delay.
Well, I mean, and like, what are the situations where you'd shut down a show, like in the middle of a show with people there? The only thing I can think of is I can only think of two like scenarios. Like somebody in the band becomes injured on stage during the performance. So, like for instance, Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters, fall off the stage, break his leg, right? That happened, and he had to cancel like this big giant stadium show kind of in the middle of the show,
Right.
Because he had to go get medical attention. Or the only other thing I can think of is like, okay, a piece of the stage comes loose, falls off, and like falls into the crowd and like kills a bunch of people. Like then, yeah, you kind of stop the show and you have to cancel and like
What
figure
if
that
it's
out.
just
But
a couple people instead of a
well, and I mean like
So-
Lord
so,
Brennan
and-
shows,
and-
we kill
So
we kill
trolley
people at
problem.
pretty much every show.
I'm going to.
I was
I'm
almost
going
once a
to,
victim, so yeah.
I'm going to guesstimate this situation a little bit. I know the actual situation. The person took ill. I don't know why. And then I'm gonna say person had a heart attack. EMT came in. They tried to get the person out of there. They did get the person out of there, and then they decided to cancel the show. That's kind of from what all I read, kind of how it went down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, well, I mean, I kind of understand the respect,
Right.
but I also kind of feel like, well, I mean, that person was attended to, right?
Right.
And nobody else did anything wrong. The band didn't do anything wrong. The rest of the audience didn't do anything wrong. It's just one of those things that happened.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. But I've never really been on stage to have to make that call.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you there. I mean, if you have to think of there's some situations where there's many a situation where you have to stop the music, address what's going on, and then restart or start from where you stopped. But I think that you also have to think about the audience at large, in terms of like, yeah, a lot of people paid good money to come see the show and did things like got babysitters or got hotel rooms or traveled long distances to come see the show. As long as the situation has been attended to and solved in a sense, then yeah, you keep playing.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, so now I kind of feel like, okay, fine, they decided to cancel the show, but I was like, maybe they should have, like, maybe we should talk about, like, a makeup gig or something like that. Because I've seen that situation, too.
Yes, 100%.
Like,
what
where you
happens.
go, okay, fine, yeah, that happened and we canceled, but we're going to come back to Milwaukee and we'll honor those original tickets. And if people can't make those, we'll sell the place
Yeah,
out
here's
rest
the problem
of
though.
way,
If you're a band running on the margins, even if you're a fairly large band,
yeah.
you can't do that. You get eaten alive. The cost to get your gear out to a place, if you're only going to that one place, is cost prohibitive.
Some have, though.
Some have, but they're usually pretty well-heeled bands. So the problem is unless you are a real mega band, and even mega bands have issues doing it. It eats.
Well, and I know it's got to be timed right. You can't like they're banned from Sweden, right?
Right.
And if they've flown back to Sweden and the next available date they could do a makeup is like 2 months from now because the venue books up too.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, the next available date is 2 months from now, and it would be our only gig.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I kind of get that.
Yeah.
But, it just seems real. It's a tough situation. That's why I asked you, Ty. I was like,
I mean, there are other ways to make it up to fans too. I mean, I think the biggest thing that bands can do is to fully explain the situation and fully explain like the reasoning behind it. I think communication is key in these sort of scenarios to make it very clear what happened, why it happened, why the things were chosen the way they could. And in terms of a makeup gig, you could do makeup gigs, yeah, but if it's, cost prohibitive or if it's like location prohibitive, like Tom said, if you have to fly back from Sweden to play one show, yeah, probably not. But you could do something like everybody who came to the show gets a 50% refund, or you get a free ticket for the next tour, or a free CD or so, just something like that to kind of make it up for it.
send them all a shirt.
That's it. There you go.
Exactly.
So the other thing that I thought I wondered about with that situation. Now that was a big enough show. I looked at going at that show, but it just didn't turn out right for me. But one of the things that was offered was like concert insurance, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing, concert insurance only kicks if it's canceled before the show begins.
Right, so it wouldn't have covered it anyways.
So but as sort of good faith, should the insurer give those people back their money?
Have you ever dealt with insurers before?
But I mean,
They're the
because
worst
then,
insurance company.
well,
Yeah,
but it's a PR problem to say, oh yeah, well, I mean, the show was technically canceled, and you didn't give any money back, and it's like, yeah, we are in the right here because it fits in the guidelines of being right. Oh, I'm never buying from you again. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
right? I mean, because really, it's about the headliner, right? I mean, you're really insuring the headliner, not insuring that the undercard goes on. Even though sometimes
The undercard is the better
best
band.
band on the stage.
Heyo. I have no idea who you're talking about.
No, not at all, not at
I have
all.
no clue. I have no clue.
Take that, Striper.
Yeah, actually, they were pretty good.
I bet they were.
Yeah,
My
they were
question.
pretty good. The only weird thing is that they started out their set with
Yeah.
this. You know, I mean, and for people listening or watching who don't know, like Striper is one of the very first Christian rock bands, or their Christian metal band. And they have songs like "To Hell with the Devil" and things like that. And they used to throw little mini Bibles out, during their performances.
No,
in the 80s.
only New Testament.
Oh, sorry. Well, only New Testament. My bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they started out their
Only
show.
the gospel, man. Only the gospel.
Oh, right. They started out their show with this big instrumental track, and it was like a 40-person men's choir going, Yahweh, Yahweh, and it went on for 3.5 minutes. I'm like, wow, these guys are really kind of on the nose about this, aren't they? Yahweh.
Wow.
But, other than that, they were very good. They were very, very good.
Question. So, I have seen videos of their more current stuff, and they don't wear the colors anymore, and I'm really disappointed. Did they wear the colors?
They wore, what I'll say is they wore a muted version of the colors. There was still black and yellow,
Yeah.
but there was a lot more black than yellow. There were it was yellow accents, right? So they have their guitarist had pants that were sort of flared down at the bottom, almost kind of like a bell bottom kind of a look, and in the flare they had little yellow stripes. So it wasn't there wasn't black and yellow like they used to have in the 80s where it was very blaring.
Yeah.
But
They can't fit in the
had a little
spandex
bit. I mean, they
anymore.
still had the look. So.
All right. Well, I mean, for those that don't know, those are God's colors,
Oh yeah.
black and yellow. Yeah. It even says it. The army of the Lord shall march.
Yep.
In black and
Hallelujah.
yellow.
Yes. So.
Getting so deep.
So they brought the heaven and we brought the hell basically.
All
Perfect.
Yeah. But my God, that was probably the hottest.
My God.
And which God was that?
Yahweh.
Oh.
I should say,
You know
sorry,
we
I
didn't
should say,
do it.
I should say, by Dio, that was the hardest.
There we go.
My
It's the hottest show I think I've ever played in my entire life. It was 95 degrees. It was super humid, and I mean, and we, turns out being in full armor and leather pants in 95 degrees is not that great of an idea. Who knew?
Hey,
Really seals in the
Thought
flavor.
I was just gonna say.
You ditched the leather pants.
I don't know. My high school
Well, I
girlfriend
did, but
looked okay
Brian
in it.
didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
my
she was
legs
in high
were
school.
Cool and well, not cool, but my legs were cooler than they would have been if they'd been in leather
Yeah.
pants.
Breathable
Brian had
cotton.
bottom of their pants.
Breathable cotton now, right?
Lords of the Trident, now in breathable cotton.
Well, so the thing was that came from. So now I'm using like martial arts pants, and that came from when I had my knee surgery. I had to we had like things scheduled, but I still had to wear my knee brace for like, I don't know, 9 months or something like that. And the knee brace, I didn't want to put it on the outside of my leather pants because that just looks kind of weird.
Right.
And so I needed something else to put, that I could put over this knee brace. So I got these black karate pants. And then I ended up I had my friend make a battle skirt for me. So.
The only problem with that is the belt buckle was retired.
Right. Yeah, I know. I do love that frickin' belt.
It looks like a helmeted warrior, right? But it lifts up and there's a face underneath.
Yeah. I miss that belt. I still miss that belt.
You could still wear it, I think.
The funny thing was too is that like the helmet, you could lift it up and there's a face underneath, like Larry said, and the helmet visor would like clink when I walked. So so what I could do is I could like be on stage and kind of like be thrusting, and it'd be like bing, 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 bing. So I could do sort of like like Here Come the Mummies used to do. I did like a little mini version of that.
All right, that should have been a stretch goal.
That
belt buckle.
Dude, I don't want to get rid of that belt. That belt buckle.
No, I meant that you'll start using a cowbell.
Oh yeah, no, I want to steal that. Now that they're not doing that anymore, I totally want to steal that bit.
Yeah, that's right. They gave it up, so someone's got to
Right.
pick up the mantle.
That's it.
I've got a need for more cowbell.
I really do wish we could get some more cowbell going in metal again.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, hey guys, we're just about to pack up. We're doing an acoustic gig today for the Dane County Parks Association. They're having a park fair thing going on, and so we're playing an acoustic show. So I unfortunately have to roll here, but it was great talking to you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Sounds good. You have a great morning.
All right, we'll talk to you. Bye.
Later.
Bye. That's good. We made it to noon.
Yeah, I gotta wrap up too. 'Cause I gotta
so
wake.
we can probably wrap it up.
Oh yeah.
That's
Wrap
fine.
you up.
And
I'll wrap
Larry,
you up like a
I'll
burrito.
take it.
I
No,
got
fabulous
one-
Thunderbirds.
got
Nobody.
one thing to say to you.
Oh, hey, before do we
concerning
wrap up yet?
Kickstarters.
Oh, we should probably tell people where we're gonna be over the next few.
You were talking about how Kickstarter, you were not getting
Regular
your
episode,
stuff
I was thinking.
for a
Oh no,
lot.
not that.
The breakfast
over the next
days,
few
you
months.
were there.
Over the next
Yeah.
few months.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
very-
looking on a
good point.
Kickstarter
Thank
that
you. Good
is
point.
for almost 5 years and yet to receive what they keep saying every 6
That I will
months
tell
when they
you.
email us
Oh yeah.
that they will be sending us.
Oh, that's terrible vaporware.
When is the next race?
Yep, that said 5 days. We got 5 days till the next race. With Lionheart Retro Series, you can get a link up on our website at www.guysgamesandbeer.net.
Now,
And we,
to
of
be,
course,
to
posted
be
on
fair
Facebook.
though, for that series, he's got 2 series, and there is
Yeah.
another series. And
Like
if you
a
want to
retro
know what
one,
the
right?
other series is,
Or that's not
Uh,
the Retro Series, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah,
this is the
it's
retro
retro.
series, the '79 series. But he has a current series that's also racing, so you can go to Lionheart.
I usually look those up before the regular show, but Breakfast Club doesn't really get that kind of attention.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, I know. We got like 3 people.
I barely make it here, and it's recorded like right here. You know, I barely made it.
That being said, I think it was a fun Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was. It was a
Good
good
dog
one.
luck time.
Come together. We're out. We're out.
We're just about to be. All right, thank you very much for watching the
Poor bastard.
G2B. Yeah, Breakfast Club.
Notice
you
it said
poor bastard.
bastard. This was the only one.
Aw, that's sad. We're out.
My